Welcome to the knowledge series. Today we are going to talk about ANBA 2, that is the second edition of ANBA, that is Atmanirbhar Bharat Abhiyan. This ANBA second edition has been released on 12th of October. It is more intended to bring about a structural changes in the economy which will be affecting more in the medium and long term and less in the short term. But it can be a very driving force to make India self-reliant because of the relaxations and the policy changes that have been initiated in this edition of Atmanirbhar Bharat Yojana. Though the outlay, which works out to about 3.48 trillion in ANBA 2, but more far-reaching are the policy changes which can trigger a transformation to make India independent in terms of our dependency on the other countries, and we can create India as a manufacturing hub for rest of the world. That is what is the long-term aspirations of ANBA. Now, to begin with, there are about 5 broad areas in ANBA 2.0. So, we may not be able to go into the granularity of each type of change that has come, but we can classify them into 5 different segments. And the first one is liberalization of mining sector. Now, liberalization of mining sector will have a linkage with the generation of lot of employment opportunities, lot of small entrepreneurs will get benefited. There will be lot of diversification in the activities because the focus is on liberalizing the coal mines, and commercial mining will be initiated, and about 500 mining blocks will be put up for private auction on competitive bidding process, so that there is more of integration of private entrepreneurship in the mining area. So, this is going to have a cascading impact on the employment generation. MSMEs will be benefited, and a lot of trading activities and a lot of other interrelated activities will get developed over a period of time. So, the very concept of liberalization of mining sector are going to add power to the economy in terms of our capability to produce goods and services. So, the next sector which has been targeted under ANBA 2 is the power sector. Now, during the COVID times, the power sector, like any other sector, has been adversely affected because the power consumption came down, and a lot of power producing companies could not get the kind of support that was required. So, the DISCOMs which provide support will be funded with about 90,000 crores through Rural Electrification Corporation and Power Finance Corporation. These two entities will be providing about 90,000 crores to DISCOM, so that they will be in a position to pay to the power companies for the generation of power. And now I think we have recently come to understand that a lot of power consumption has been increased because of the increased manufacturing and other activities which consume lot of power. So, power sector has been brought under focus, so that they can be given the kind of support that is required at this point of time, and to enable them to pay to the power generating companies. And the biggest challenge in power sector is the theft of power. So, some initiatives are required to reduce the incidence of theft of power, so that the power can be conserved, power can be distributed to into the right channels, and rationalization of power tariff will also be one of the points in the agenda, and privatization of power distribution in union territories will be another reinforcement to ensure that the power sector is fully energized, fully equipped and fully made capable to actively participate in the production activities. Third broad aspect of ANBA 2, development of social sector. Now, as far as the social sector is concerned, notwithstanding the COVID times, it's very important to ensure that the human capital is fully utilized, is fully made capable, is the skill sets and the competencies are developed. Keeping that in view, the most important aspect of Pradhan Mantri E-Vidya, a multi-mode access to the digital education system has been rolled out. So, this is going to provide a very good channel of learning to the people at various stages of different kinds of people who wants to be benefited. And in this social sector, the other area which has been brought under focus is development of health sector. Health and education are the two important areas identified under ANBA 2, so that the capabilities of the people are enhanced through education by maintaining the good health and providing protection to the people, so that their health is taken care and the public health system is improved, and we are in a position to tackle any kind of emergencies that may arise in due course, like what we are now having, the fear of a resurgence of COVID, the second wave. These are all some of the things which can strike the economy any time. So, we should have the preparedness to tackle those kinds of emergencies. So, healthcare sector and education has been identified as the key sectors for developing the social sector. And in that, education and e-education has been given more prominence, so that the outreach of education to the masses is made possible. And if we are in a position to dispense the education, then automatically the poverty can also be tackled. So, that is a very good development as far as the social sector is concerned. Then the ease of doing business for developing business environment. Now, ease of doing business, we all know very well how we have developed and how our index has improved over a period of time. But what is more important at this point of time is to deliver the benefits of ease of doing business to the entrepreneurs and the business units, so that they are in a position to come up with a lot of efforts as far as utilizing the facilities are concerned. And incidentally, while toning up the administration and delivery of ease of doing business to the target group of entrepreneurs and the business units at large, the more emphasis is now given on bringing private entrepreneurship to the business, so that more productivity, better private participation, better competency, better technology, better investment into the business is made possible. So, a flair is given to privatization of business entities, and Companies Act is also being modified to ensure that certain small penalties are liberalized, and decriminalization of certain activities wherever possible are ensured, so that people are in a position to undertake the business seamlessly, and they are facilitated. And the Insolvency and Bankruptcy Code 2016 will also be made more friendly and seamless, so that the overall environment improves in favor of enterprise and entrepreneurs. So, the fourth ANBA section talks about creating a business environment that can catalyze the business development and also manufacturing and productive activities, so that we can become a production back office for the rest of the world. So, we should become we should be in a position to produce goods and services, and more particularly the manufacturing sector for rest of the world, and we are in a position to improve our export capabilities. The fifth point is about improving the finances of the state governments which are engaged in micro development of the economy. So, their borrowing capacity has been increased from 3% to 5%, so that they are in a position to get access to more funds, but though they are linked to certain kind of reforms which they need to implement, so that they are in a position to use those resources for the purpose of developing the local infrastructure, local capabilities of productive activities, so that we become a manufacturing hub in due course of time. So, these 5 sectors, the mining, the power sector, the social sector, the business environment, and empowering the state governments will be able to combine together into a force to make India self-reliant, and we can ensure that in future we are in a position to get more stronger in our export capabilities. So, let us see how the ANBA is implemented and how the intended aspirations are achieved by the grassroots level of the administration and by the grassroots level stakeholders, because all the policies will have to be implemented, and they should transform into benefits for the society at large. So, let us look at them as we go forward. I would continue to request you to put your comments on the comment sections, and share this piece of discussion with near and dear, and subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much.